Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line. I'm Dan Tapia, Manager of International Strategy and Policy at the Florida Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by Mark OConnell, CEO of OCO Global, and Manny Mencia, Senior Vice President of International Development for Enterprise Florida. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark, your firm, OCO Global, represents clients all over the world, from Invest Hong Kong to Enterprise Florida and the UK government. And Manny, you have over 30 years experience in the international space, assisting Florida companies to export and also attracting investment to the state of Florida. In terms of attracting investment, what would you say are the opportunities for Florida, and where should we be capitalizing on?
Yeah, well, look, my starting point would be don't fix what ain't broken. I mean, Florida has risen up the ranks in terms of the most attractive states within the union for foreign investment, and it's currently sitting at around, depending which day you ask me, between 3rd and 4th position behind California and New York. Texas is up there too. So Florida employs something like 500,000 people in foreign-owned companies in diverse sectors, from IT through space, aerospace, through to retail and consumer sectors. It's got a really nice, diverse mix, and it continues to thrive in spite of global uncertainties around trade and investment.
Well, I think, and I agree with Mark, we're well positioned to capitalize on opportunities worldwide. Historically, the European Union and Canada have been our largest foreign investors in Florida. In fact, if you look at our top 10 investors, they're dominated by the European Union. However, I do think also there are great opportunities in the Asian market. I think the expansion of the Panama Canal, the new generation of commercial aircrafts that can, with much longer range, are going to change the equation, and I think you're going to see a lot more participation from Asia in the Florida economy in the years to come.
Maybe just add or elaborate on that, Dan, in that one of Florida's big advantages is its geographical location. And, you know, we are pitching Florida as gateway to the Americas. So you can have North America and Latin America in one place. And clearly we've heard from both Miami ports and the airport. The expansion of routes has been a key driver. The fact that it's easy to get to, is it 25 different capitals in Europe on daily services, and there's something like 90 into Latin America, tells its own story. So that, if you can get there, you can do business.
Manny, you and your team participate in trade shows all over the world, from the Paris Air Show to Medica in Germany, and most recently in Dubai with Arab Health. What would you say is the success rates for the Florida companies that participate on these trade shows, and what advice would you give to companies that are interested in participating in the future?
Well, I think for small, mid-sized companies who want to diversify their exports, participating in international trade shows is a vital step. We try to recruit as often as we can new companies that are new to the market. And we're very comfortable with the results, and I think the proof of how beneficial these shows are is that we have about a 90% return ratio from companies that participate on our trade shows. In fact, our biggest challenge is being able to create space for new companies that want to participate in our shows, because the size of our pavilions are often limited in scope, you know.
Mark, the UK consistently ranks as Florida's top source of foreign direct investment. In the context of Brexit, what does that mean for Florida as the UK formally leaves the European Union in a few weeks?
Yeah, I suppose that's a $6 million question, isn't it? I've come to the recognition that you have to ask the question, how do you like your eggs? Soft, hard, or scrambled? I think in the case of Brexit, we're looking at scrambled at the moment. It's likely to kick down the road a little bit. That would be my prediction. But in the meantime, lots of firms for the last couple of years have been making contingency plans for when their biggest market may be harder to get to, if that's Europe, where else might be attractive. And happily for North America and Florida, there's been a lot of attention on the US market, which is continuing to confound analysts with its growth and resilience. The lower tax arrangements in the US are proving attractive to foreign investment. And Florida, with all of that sort of infrastructure already in place, you can get there, and there's a very, attractive tax regime, and good diversity of clusters that are attractive to the UK. I'm thinking particularly about tech in all its forms, from fintech to govtech, all the way through to more traditional sectors like the cruise industry and the tourism sector, which the UK and Florida have in common. So, I mean, on the basis of what I've seen in the last 24 months, there's going to be more, not less, investment from the UK in the US and in Florida, which is clearly up there as the one or two destination for UK investors.
Well, that's a relief, Mark. I really do appreciate your comments. And I'd like to thank Mark and Manny for joining us today, and I'd like to thank our audience for joining us in another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line.